Hey, it's Chris. Thanks for stopping by. This is just a clip from our full interview, which is available right now on my podcast, Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Click the link down below in the description to give it a listen wherever you get your podcasts. If we look at your career, there's been a few markers where things have really, taken it to the next level. We mentioned a few: the AEW debut, BTE, the Dark Order. But I feel like when Brodie came in as the Exalted One in the Dark Order, that's when the Dark Order started to be taken a lot more seriously than it was before. But it wasn't always going to be Brodie as the Exalted One. There were a lot of other rumors. Like it was possibly maybe Marty Scurll, maybe Matt Hardy. Did you know it was going to be Brodie?
So they told us originally, like, oh, there's going to be an Exalted One, and it's going to be the leader of you guys. I'm like, cool. I think the first one was Matt Hardy, I believe.
And which is what everyone kind of thought.
Yeah, it's like he could do the, freaking the gimmick he was doing. What the hell is it called? The broken mat. Sorry, right. Broken mat with you guys. I'm like, oh, that'd be really cool. And there's like, we have ideas of even like getting like thousands of people in mass, like, doing something at the compound or something. And I'm like, oh, that sounds amazing. This is really cool. That was the first name we were told. I'm not sure if that was like definitely the first thing that was definitely going to happen. I don't think it was ever going to be Marty. I know people always think that it was going to be Marty at one point. At least like the first time we talked to the Bucks, they're like, they mentioned Matt Hardy. Then it's like, I don't think Scurll, like it could be Scurll, but I don't think that would fit well. So at least from the first of my knowledge, it wasn't never going to be him. And then like, oh, it could also maybe be Brodie. So we kind of knew, it seemed like they were more into Matt Hardy at that point, but they also did mention it could be Brodie. But it was, those three names are mentioned, and it was definitely Matt or Brodie. I was down for either, obviously. I thought either could be super cool and different, but I like the way, I think with Brodie, it made the most sense. Just the way the character went, like, and what we were, like Matt would have been, he was a face, really. So he would have had to make the broken Matt gimmick heel again, but I think it was too likable at that point. So it would have been a weird dynamic. But Brodie came in as this like douchebag cult leader boss, and it was just, I thought it worked really well.
I thought that the tribute show for Brodie was just so beautifully done, and I'm curious, how difficult was it for you to wrestle on that show?
Yeah, I'm a pretty emotional guy, so that was difficult, but I thought I was going to be worse because I like I said, I'm very emotional. So it was difficult. The whole day was difficult, like being around people that it was good too, but it was also like, I can't stop thinking about this, the match itself, like I went out there. Well, so if you look at the first match was on the card was the Colts match. And if you look, I wasn't there during the entrance. I come in late because I went to the back. I went to our room and I was just kind of like I was just not in a good mood. And I totally forgot Colt was up and I forgot we had to do the entrance. So I heard the music and I'm like, screw it. I freaking started running there and I come in the last second. So like you don't see me come out with them. And then once Colt eventually does the pose, like I'm there. But yeah, I went to the back and I wasn't in good spirits then. But then the match itself was, I got out there and I'm like, okay, I have the match on my mind. Like it's like taking me, I know it's in a sense kind of taking me away from Brodie, but it's, so I had something to think about, yeah. But it was like right after, once I hit the line, it all hit me at once. So that was very difficult, but it was just it all hit me at once. So
yeah. When you think of Brodie Lee, what is it that comes to mind for you?
He was the man. I mean, he was just such a happy, good guy. Like there was no like negativity. He was always like laughing. He always had this really big smile, especially with his freaking big beard he'd always have on. But he was just a good guy. I mean, I told the story on my social media, but he bought the ring jacket I have. He bought that for me just because he thought it would help me look more like a star if I had that ring jacket. And then he also bought me matching gear that I wore at the Brodie show. It was just supposed to be for a BTE sketch. And then I asked him, he's like, I want to buy you this stuff. It's going to be cool. I'm like, man, that's amazing. That's so nice of you. Like, whatever. And then I'm like, what's the BTE sketch? He's like, I don't know. We'll think of something though. So he didn't even have a real idea in mind. He just thought, it'd be funny if maybe Silver dresses like me one day.
Oh,
so he
wow.
And like, it wasn't like some cheap gear jacket. Like altogether was over $1,000 that he spent on me that he didn't have to. I never asked for it. Just because he thought that would all be good for me and good for BTE and the skits we do. And so he's just like super nice, always positive, not like, I don't think anyone has a bad thing to ever say about him. He was just really not like such a good guy, like a genuine guy. And he was, I mean, so funny too. Like, as you can see on BTE, so freaking funny. He would do this and it would like almost annoy me at some points because he'd try to film BTE and we're trying to get through these sketches and he'd purposely try his absolute hardest to make me laugh. But I'm like, if I laugh, then we gotta do it again. So he would like, you see so many sketches of him getting right into my face and screaming shit at me and just trying to make me laugh. And it always worked. So that's why we had to do we'd always start pretending we were crying because we're just laughing. Or he would just really say, are you crying? It was just because we're always laughing because it was so funny.
It's clear that he saw something in you. Like, he wouldn't go out of his way to do all of that to buy you the gear if you were just, just another wrestler.
Yeah, he was thrilled because, he came in, big debut, had a title match going well, had the TNT title. And then Tony, he got real excited. Tony told him that he wanted to do like a Stevie and Raven gimmick with us. So I'd be like his Stevie to his Raven. And he was so excited for that. So I think he's like, oh, we need to make this good. And I was pumped. I'm like, hell yeah, we get to do some fun stuff on Dynamite. Like we did the one thing where he's having a promo in the ring, and I think he's celebrating the TNT title win, and I just grabbed the mic and I'm like, "You the man, Brodie. You the man." And he just punches me in the face. Like, so we started a little bit. We never really got to do what we wanted to do, but he was thrilled for that, and he was just really happy at that point.
It's so hard to boo the Dark Order now with all of that said. Like, you guys have in effect become baby faces.
Yeah, 100%. We knew it was going to happen eventually, but we kind of thought it would just be probably like me and maybe Alex, but now it has to be all of us. It has been like, we didn't have to do anything too crazy. We had to just be baby faces at that point.